Gundam.tk presents Full Armor Unicorn Gundam. Hey, what's up again everybody? It's Robert184, 2 R's 2 B's from Gundam.tk, which is GundamReviews.net. And because it's December, that means Bandai has put out its biggest release. We're talking about the Master Grade Full Armor Unicorn Gundam, which is impressive, if only because of the fact that it's green and it has 1,000,000 weapons on it. This is the ver.Ka kit for 2011. And there's a lot of plastic in this box, so it sells for 8,000 Japanese yen. Before this kit came out, I wondered if it was going to be in a large, high-new Master Grade size Gundam, but in fact it's just a regular Master Grade shaped box, except it's just a lot deeper and fatter. This is the Master Grade 00 Gundam 7 Sword up there, and you can just see how much more plastic there is contained within. The Unicorn Gundam mobile suit is incredibly popular, which is why when it came out in 2007, the ver.Ka, it was designed by Katoki Hajime, the MS, and so it also is ver.Ka in terms of the model, which means it also has the white packaging in its white and red variant. This is the 4th Master Grade to come out after the ver.Ka, then we have the OVA version, then we have the HD color version, which came with a cage, so that you can recreate an exciting breakaway scene from the first episode. And that's not to mention the fact that because this is from the novel, we could be getting more depending on where the OVA takes us for the last couple episodes, and the inevitable Banshee or 2. This is the 10th ver.Ka kit to come out in the Master Grade line, following up on the RX-78-2, then you had the Wing Gundam before the Wing Zero Custom, that I'm sure you're very familiar with, the Ball, the Crossbone Gundam X1, the Unicorn Gundam, the regular red and white one, the Shinanju, Victory Gundam, V-Dash, and the Core Booster before this one. And you'll notice that a lot of these just eventually get made into regular Master Grades anyway, so we've already seen that with this one with the red and white one getting an OVA version as well, so I wonder if there could be a follow-up with some regular packaging instead of this white one in the future. Gundam UC, which has that double play on it because it's Universal Century and Unicorn, started as a serialized novel, and it takes place after Char's counterattack, which means that old school fans who really like Universal Century are getting a modern take, and this is actually in novel form. And this was serialized, and then it was collected, of course, into these. You've got 10 books in total, and as we get some information about the story, you see all the books, some great line art, which is always going to be included in anything by Katoki. What you have over here is that hint for the future, because this is the novel's final battle form. It's Full Armor Unicorn Gundam. And because we've already had a novel version of this and then an OVA version, I have to wonder if we could have another release of this sometime in the future. I really should add though that I've never read the novels for Unicorn, and I don't know exactly what happens at the end. I'm waiting for the end of the OVA like everybody else. However, have you ever known Bandai to pass up the opportunity to sell a kit with an ever so slight variation? On the other side, one complaint I've always had about ver.Ka kits is that you get a very minimal, it's incredibly artistically designed over here, I would say. You get some nice pictures, which is showing it off at its best, but you don't necessarily get the massive list of features that you become used to, especially with high-grade kits and things like that. Anyway, there just could be a lot more information, but you've probably seen it all online. So why would somebody want to buy this kit? Well, the Unicorn Gundam, as I said, is great. It's got its white unicorn mode, and when it opens up and hulks out, it gets its red psycho frame exposed. And this is that, just in green, with a whole bunch of weapons. The regular one comes with the shield and the beam magnum. This one is just going to have that times 2 for the weapons and 3 for the shields. Not to mention these big pink effect parts, bazookas all over the place, a whole bunch of rocket launchers, and these massive boosters, which are going to go on the back and really fill it out. And they're even going to come with stands, so it doesn't necessarily have to be aerial, and hopefully can actually stand up and not fall over. I still remember the first Unicorn Gundam, the ver.Ka being quite a brick. This one doesn't fill me with any hope that this could be any better. You can see that there's a whole bunch of weapon variations that are shown off here. The clear green is looking good. In Unicorn mode, it also comes with the ability to take the boosters off the back and attach it to the base jabber, which we've seen in Gundam before. This is the 94 version, I guess it came out in Universal Century 0094, despite the fact that this story takes place in 96, and those weapons are looking incredibly impressive, and here is the massive list of everything that you can slap on to this guy's back and arms. But now it's time to finally get inside this box, where you're going to be treated to right on the top some very impressive looking plates with a whole bunch of multicolors in there. You've got a whole bunch of stickers, also trademark of Katoki kits. White, clear green, white, gray, 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 almost all the way through with some clear pink there for beam sabers. Some white. You're going to be getting more gray, more white. You can see that there's a theme in here. More pink beam sabers and some big white ones in the bottom. When you take out all the plates, what I've done is I've laid out all the plates that will make up the mobile suit. And all of these ones that are stacked up are the ones that are going to make up everything that makes up the full armor component. The plates are laid out alphabetically, and you've got A and B with a very important add-on down there. C, D, 2 E's, 2 F's, and a G making up the white. Then you're going to have the inner frame begin with the H, I, J, K, L, M, 2 N plates, a P plate which is going to give you some dark blue, and some O plates which are going to give you a variation to go along with the beam sabers. With the MS parts all stacked up here, you'll see there's a lot of gray over there. In reality, for the full armor, you're only going to be having 7 unique plates, but there's numerous copies. 4 colors on the X plate, and there's 2 of those, which makes it the A plate, in effect, considering that this A plate is all green. 1 Y, 1 Z plate. Then, as you loop over Z, you're going to have 2 WAs with the huge booster parts in there. WB, WC, and I do feel bad for the people that went out and collected those beam Gatling guns before, because here they are, 6 different plates here to give you the 6 weapons to strap on. And this is where my first complaint is going to come in, and I wonder if it's going to turn into a big complaint by the time this whole thing's done. The mobile suit is going to go OP for its plates, and then it's going to have Q as the add-on parts. After that, well, you're just going to start over at X, so you'd think that there's nothing missing, except that there's a glaring omission in the form of the R plate. And to go back, if you take a look at the old Gundam Bible, what you had is when the ver.Ka Toki came out, there were some complaints about various things, especially in the legs. And when they made the OVA version, they added a few things. First of all, they added some Vulcans in the head, which necessitated some more white parts to fix those parts for the head. But what they also did is they fixed the legs, and those were done in no small part thanks to the B plate, which had these add-on parts added onto them. So in this case, we're getting the same B plate as the OVA, but for the rest, all the other improvements from another unicorn fin to the head, although it's not accurate to the novel, but I wonder the leg parts that were on those R plates, the R1 and the R2 plates, them not being here means that this is more like the ver.Ka, as it should be, considering this is ver.Ka, but that means that it doesn't have all the OVA improvements, and I wonder if that's going to be very detrimental. If you've got all these plates, Bandai, could you not have thrown in the R plate so that we could have the choice of a novel/OVA version as well? Also inside, you're going to get some really cool cover art here for the instruction manual, which is a very fat one, as you can imagine, with the transformation and this many plastic parts to put together, and huge sticker sheets, almost the same size as the manual there. You've got your regular decals with some green eyes and yellow ones there for the unicorn horns, not gold as we've seen before. And you're going to have a whole bunch of very Katoki-like decals that you can apply if you've got the time and patience. The box is looking good, the contents are looking good. I'm a little concerned about just that one missing plate though. But overall, the green is looking bright and vibrant. Everything looks exciting in terms of the mobile suit, which I've already built. But look at all those extras, including the very exciting X plates. Anyway, everybody, stay tuned for the next part where I'll run through the plates individually. And stay tuned, of course, to see the parts, the mobile suit, the verdict, and the transformation, and a whole bunch of weapons, and pretty much everything in between. Anyway, everybody, I've been looking forward to doing an HD review of the unicorn, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you with the next part. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye. Something that Bandai has never revealed is that inside this 600 yen incredibly complex advanced grade Genoa's custom is a full green Psycho frame. You've just got to figure out how to transform it.